We'll start up front here. This is the glass doors for the cuddy. Open these up. This is the cuddy in here. It's actually pretty damn spacious. I'm 6'6" and I've slept in it overnight. It goes all the way around here. There's storage. Comes with 5 or 6 life jackets, tie-off ropes. There's a fan down there for when we're sleeping at night. Plugs into the cigarette lighter. There's a light in here that works. That's about it for the cuddy. Oh, there's the hatch, so you can get some breeze in there. It's got all new hardened gauges, hardened marine gauges. Were put in last year. It's got a CB in case you get stranded, I suppose. The biggest drawback to this boat is the carpet. I got the boat from a guy who, I don't know, ran out of time, money, patience, something. It was running, but it had a 305 in it, the original 305, and it was very tired. The boat did 44 miles an hour on GPS with the 200 horse 305 in it. The one thing I can say, other than the carpet, as you can see, the carpet is, I tried steam cleaning, you can't even do anything with it. That's the original color right there. That's, that's the traffic area. I mean, it's bad, but I've replaced carpet in other boats for $150 at Home Depot with some carpeting. It's really quite simple. It's just a wall-to-wall deal. You take the seats out. If you're handy, that's a good project for you. If you're not, I mean, I've lived with the carpet. It wasn't a big deal to me. The seats and the upholstery. I would say that for a 1987, I have yet to see a better upholstery for being 20 years old. And I've been through a lot of boats. They weren't recovered. They were recovered. You would know it certainly wouldn't have the Wellcraft logo. So it hasn't been recovered to my knowledge. I certainly didn't have it done. The seats are all good. They're very nice. A nick or a rip or a tear, oh, I don't know. There's one right there. Let's see if I can find another one. There's one right here on the side. We're talking minor things for being 20. Oh, there's a couple right there. For being 20 years old, come on. I didn't put the back seats on yet, but there's like I have 2 of these. There's 2 backs, and then there's 2 seats. For the back 2 seats here, and you have the engine cover, and the engine cover is right there. I'll put that in the boat, obviously. The main attraction was the sun pad that lifts up when you're going through no wake zones and stuff. It's on hydraulics, so you can let some air out of the motor compartment. The biggest attraction to this boat is this brand new motor. This motor's never even seen the water other than a garden hose hooked up to the outdrive. Let me go over it real fast. It's a 355-inch Chevy 4-bolt main short block. It's got brand new Performer RPM cylinder heads on it, all aluminum, 202 160s. They're fully ported. It has an Edelbrock Performer carburetor on it. It's got a brand new Edelbrock marine carburetor. It has through hull exhaust, as you can see in plainly here. The motor, it's got a comp cams also. It's got a comp cams hydraulic flat tappet that was just broken in, oil changed. We changed the valve springs on the cylinder heads to accommodate the camshaft. It's a custom grind from comp cams just for this boat, for the weight of the boat, for the outdrive, for the size of the motor, so on and so forth. That's brand new. That's maybe has an hour of it running time sitting here in the driveway. Let's see what else. Down here you can see the motor mount areas on these Wellcrafts. What's nice about the Wellcraft is they do the deep V, they do the V hull, and then they do the motor mount boxes. Now when I got this boat, the engine was sagging because the motor mount boxes, now there's just wood inside of there, it's just fiberglassed over wood, but the wood was totally rotted. So I cut the fiberglass boxes out, brand new treated wood in there, and then refiberglassed them. Now that water can't get to the hull because they do the hull, they seal it, and then they put the motor mount boxes in there. So that's, I don't know, I think that's a really good idea that Wellcraft came up with. It's not an integrated motor mount into the hull, because if it was, then you could assume that the stringers in the hull would be all wet too, but that's simply not the case. It's got a brand new Castaway marine battery in it that is down here. It's down here in the battery box. That's brand new. There's a shot of the through hull exhaust, distributor, outdrive. It's an Alpha 1. I had a water pump put in it, I don't know, 2 years ago. Other than that, the outdrive is perfect. Not a problem with it whatsoever. It's got a new water pump on it. It's got a new harmonic balancer on it. New timing chain, new lifters, new push rods, new cylinder heads. I can't think. I'll give you a whole list on the auction of what it's got. But it is absolutely brand new. The one thing that you're going to have to come up with, and there's always a catch somewhere, it's really not that big of a catch. The 2-barrel carburetor that came on the old 305, the spark arrestor, otherwise known as the air cleaner, doesn't fit a 4-barrel. So you're going to have to find one of those, because as you'll see, the PCV hose would go to the spark arrestor, but since I don't have a spark arrestor, that's open. So that's going to be a mandatory thing. If you have Coast Guard by you, he won't even let you on the lake, and I know we do. Spark arrestors for a 4-barrel typically run $75 to $100. With the amount of work, money, sweat I put into this, you're going to have to buy that. Let's see. Here's just some more shot of the interior. Like I said, it's an 87 Wellcraft 210. It's a very deep V. I take it in 3 and 4 foot swells, and it eats them up no problem. There is some other downsides, and we'll go take a look at it. Cosmetically only. Mechanically, the boat is absolutely sound. The floors are hard. There's no soft spots whatsoever in the floors. It does have a 40-gallon tank, and you can get to the sending unit right there and right here. So 40 gallons, big tank. It's got a brand new bilge pump in it also. Let me stop this. I'm going to get down, and then I will show you the outside. Okay, this is the outside. It's probably what you would call an easy loader trailer. I don't really like them, but there's not much you can do. You know, it's on rollers. The boat's on rollers. Doesn't mar it up very bad. It's got a full, this cover's brand new. It's got a full cover. It's got a surge brake on it. This is the outside of the boat. The gray on the boat is, you know, it's faded over time. There's not a whole hell of a lot I could do about that. I'll get the rest of the cover off here so you can see it. It's just it's a bear to put the cover back on. Tires are flat. You will get brand new tires. There will be brand new tires on there. Let's see. So we're walking around the boat. Here's the outdrive and the through hull exhaust. Now you can see a water line because the previous owner that put the through hull exhaust on there had to take the swim platform off there. So there is no swim platform. You could probably devise something, but that would be up to you. The outdrive, I will give a $150 credit on a brand new prop. The prop it definitely needs to be taken off and sent in, and you know, it's just aluminum. They weld it up, rebalance it, give it back to you. The outdrive is perfect. It had a new water pump in it. I have no problem whatsoever with the Alphas. Here's this side of the boat. Again, flat tires. Those tires are dry rotted. I wouldn't even think about giving them to you. It is a very deep V hull. Let me go to the front and show you. It does handle waves extremely well, just due to the hull design. It is very, very deep. I really like the boat, but you know, with the kids and one on the way, we won't be using it anytime soon. And you can see there's the hoist I used to put the motor in, because there's no way you can put a motor in a boat without some sort of hoist setup. And that's about it. There's a bunch of pictures of the boat in the auction. It's a great boat. You're not going to find a boat for $6,500 to $7,000 with a brand new motor of that caliber in this condition for being 20 years old. Any questions? Feel free to call me, 877 723-5487. Thanks.